Today's video is a step-by-step tutorial for first-time samosa makers. How to make samosas for beginners. Let's start with the filling first. Preparation is most important before cooking. 2 medium onions, finely diced. 2 green chilies, finely sliced. 1/2 a handful of dhania or coriander. 20 mint leaves, finely chopped. 2 stems of spring onion, finely chopped. 'Heat your pan and add in 2 tablespoons of normal cooking oil. Now I'm adding in 500 grams of mutton mince. 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste. Now mix well together. And while you're mixing, break mince into small pieces. And then you can press it down like this to make it into smaller pieces. Smash it down with your spoon like this to make it into finer pieces. The mince should take around 8 to 10 minutes to fully cook. Occasionally, after every 1 minute or so, just press it down like this here to make it into fine pieces. After 8 minutes, the mince is done, and you can see all the water has released. I'm left with the oil and little oil, that fat that was released from the mince, and you can see how I broke the mince up into small pieces. In goes the chilies. Mix. One tablespoon of mixed masala. Mix. The recipe for the mixed masala will be in the description box below. Now the onion. Give this a good mix. It occasionally so it doesn't stick or burn. My onions is now fully cooked. It took around 8 minutes. Now I'm going to add in the coriander, the mint, and the spring onion. And I want to allow this to cook for a further 2 minutes. Give it a good mix. The filling is now ready. I'm going to set this aside to cool down, and then we're going to start with the samosa pastry. So it's as simple as this, guys, to make your filling for your samosa. And remember, I cook this on high heat. 1 cup of all-purpose cake flour and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix. And just form a well. And I'm adding in normal tap water. Just add in little at a time, like this. And start to form your dough by bringing the flour to the water. Okay, now my dough is ready. So I just want to tuck it in like this here. And check for consistency. Can you see my dough is not too sticky? And it's not too dry. So always check for that. You must have a slight spring back when you push it in with your finger. Now next step is take a knife and cut your dough in half. Push one half aside and then halve this as well. So we cut the dough into 4 even pieces. Next step is push it down with your thumb and use your fingers to form a ball, a small ball. Work with your fingers, use your fingers. Just like how I am doing, and press it down, and then you'll get a small roti. You'll get a small roti like this. Again, push it down with your thumb, use your fingers, and start forming a ball. Once the ball is formed, you can press it down to form a small roti. The next one again, push it down with your thumb, fingers, just bring all together, form a ball, press it down, turn over, press it down, small roti. Last one, again, thumb down, fingers, press it down, turn over, press it down, and there you have it. Our 4 equal pieces from the dough. Now I'm going to start rolling these small rotis. So put some dry flour on the table like this and set your rotis on top of the dry flour so it does not stick to the table. We'll work with one roti. You're going to start rolling it now. Before you start rolling it, apply some dry flour on the table and then put your roti on top and press it down. So you get a slightly bigger roti. Turn it over, press it down again. And then take flour and apply it on top like this. Extra flour, turn it over. Again, extra flour. This will help you to roll better. And your roti will not stick on the table. Always dust your rolling pin with flour like this. So now we're going to start rolling. So you roll in a circular motion. And as you can see, it's not sticking to the table because I applied extra flour. And that's where you can roll very easy. There you have it. You can just dust the extra flour out and then you can place this aside. Now that my rotis are all rolled out, I'm going to move on to the next step, which is the oiling process. Let me get these rotis out of the way. Use your fingers and rub in the oil gently. Make sure you cover all the corners. You can use a brush if you want to, but I prefer using my hands, my fingers, because I get best results using my fingers. So I can feel if there's any dried spots that I haven't oiled. Now I'm going to roll out the layered rotis. So first step is press it down like this. Turn it over, do the same thing. One more time over. Okay, now I'm applying dry flour. Turn it over. Dry flour. Right, now we can start rolling. Now you don't want to press too hard. Just run your rolling pin and then turn it over again. Add more dry flour. Run your rolling pin. Just roll out little at a time and then turn it this way. Apply more flour so we can stretch the ends of it. We can roll out the ends. Now turn it over again. More dry flour. Always be working with dry flour. It makes it easy for you to work. little more dry flour. Okay, so I've rolled it out, not too thick and not too thin. Now I'm going to cut off the edges. You see the edges are not even, so I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to try and get this into a square, more or less into a square or rectangle. You want to do the same here as well. And the end as well. So it should look like this here. So now for measurements, I'm going to be using a ruler, so the ruler will guide you and help you for the size. So I'm going to be working with 6 centimeters. So I got 6 centimeters. I'm just going to make a line there, and I'm going to bring it to the bottom. I'm going to measure 6 centimeters at the bottom. I'm going to make a line there, and then I'm going to join that line there to that line there, and then I'm going to give you 6 centimeters in width strips. There you have it. That's 6 centimeters in width. Let's do one more. From the edge, make a mark on 6 very lightly. Do the same at the bottom. Six. And there you have it. 6 centimeters in width. And let's have a look at the length. The length is 26 centimeters. Okay, now that my strips are all cut into even sizes, I'm just going to lay them one side on the table. But always when you move your strips, always fold it 1 time, 2 times, and work with your fingers. Leave it on your fingers like this. So I'm going to show you how to put them into the tray. Next step is the toasting. In like that, and just easy release it. That's 1. 2 and 3. We'll do 3 at a time, and we'll toast the other last 2 next. Now I'm putting it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius until it starts to rise on top, and I'm just going to monitor the time and tell you exactly how long it will take for you to remove and turn. Okay, you can see it started to rise, but in terms of time, 3 minutes. I left it for 3 minutes. So now we're going to turn it over. And we're going to put it back in, and let's time how long it takes to get done on the other side. It started to rise on the other side, and this took another 20 seconds. So when you're putting it in, you're going to keep it in for 3 minutes on the first side, and then remove and turn it over for another 20 seconds. Now for the separating of the strips. You can see how beautifully it comes off. Look at that. Beautiful samosa strips. This is flour and water paste that I'm going to be using for sticking. So when you're mixing it, make sure you make a nice thick paste like this here. So now we'll start the filling. Take the strip in your hand like this here. Bring it in the center until you get a slight overlap here, like this. And then line it up to this corner, like so. Hold your thumb on the piece that you overlapped so you can form a pocket like this here. And then now your filling is with your teaspoon. In you go, use your thumb and push it in like that. A little bit more filling, use your thumb, push it in with your finger. And now we're going to roll, we're going to fold and line it up left to right or right to left, just like that. So now I'm going to show you how to stick. We got our paste. Take your paste and apply it like this. Line it up like that. Again, make sure the corners are all closed. And there you have it. All my samosas have been filled. Now I'm going to fry them. You can see how beautiful they look. And I'm sure they're going to be tasting beautiful as well. Fry samosas on medium heat. Until it turns golden brown. Turn after every 5 seconds. Samosas are now fried. You can see the color. Beautiful golden brown in color. So make sure you fry it until it's golden brown like this. So there you have it, guys, a step-by-step tutorial video on how to make samosas for first-time samosa makers. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and please do not forget to press the bell icon for our latest video updates. Until my next video, peace out.